welcome to TPR. Hey guys, we're just going live all around the world, so just bear with us. So today I'm going to speak to you guys more about Solana hack, what's been happening in the world, exactly what the difficulties with all of the hacks. If you watched my previous videos, you would have noticed me speaking about Solana, exactly speaking about how there's so much of scams out there, etc. On my previous videos, I spoke about cold storage. All of the problems we're experiencing today has been spoken about. But I'm going to go into more details about what's currently happening in the markets, why it's happening, and what you guys can do differently to actually um, pull yourself through the storm, if I say. The bearish market currently, what's going on in the bearish market, how can you guys protect yourselves from this, etc. That's going to be the news for today. So if I can get an update, if everything's working well, we can just continue with the show. How's it going, guys? Are we live? Yes. Live? Perfect. So currently, we want to talk specifically about Solana. So with Solana, we found that there is a several million-dollar hack that happened currently on Solana wallets. And what we found is that the Solana wallets were hacked with the keys that they've used, and with the security keys, they actually hack and transfer money from their wallets or NFTs from their wallets or other assets, not just Solana tokens. And the founders of Solana has come out and said that, hey, look, the Solana blockchain is currently safe. So the most important thing, the blockchain wasn't hacked. So this is a very important point that we need to understand. Blockchain is difficult for it to be hacked. It's very, very difficult for a blockchain to actually get hacked. So the blockchain is safe. The Solana blockchain is safe. They did not get hacked. That's what you guys need to understand. They did not get hacked. What actually happened was the wallets that people were holding their finances with, or using bridge gaps between wallets, etc. Those they got hold of the security keys and then hacked into their wallets and then transferred the Solana tokens and NFTs from their private wallets into another wallet. Now, the great thing about blockchain, everything is traceable. So we know exactly which wallet we're holding meaning all of the Solana tokens that's being transferred from one place to the other. We could then see exactly which wallet it was moved to. The great news is that the white hackers have tried to get back some of the they have been quite good at doing. Thank you guys, my team as well. Thank you guys for helping out. But the most important point is that the Solana blockchain was hacked, okay? And the way it happened was that it happened through your wallet. Now, what are some of the things you can do to protect yourselves from it? One, would this actually be a devastation to the crypto markets? I mean, right now with Celsius, etc., going down, and all of the different, with Terra Luna, etc., going down, there's a big fun around what's crypto all about, and it's adding to it with all of these hacks that's happening right now. We can obviously confirm that these hacks are no way, shape, or form a deterrent to crypto. We found that the Solana token did not go down in value that drastically. It actually held up its value, so it went up in value, meaning the blockchain was safe. The problem where the problem arises from was specifically the wallets. So the way you can actually protect yourself from this is to move your crypto into a cold storage, like a ledger, etc. Why? Because this is not connected, and if you move your tokens to a cold storage, you have total control over that because it's not connected to the wallet you're currently holding that has a bridge to it. So the opportunity for you to actually actually be able to use Solana token to trade with is possible, but move your Solana to a safe cold wallet, and it's going to be much more easier for you. A lot of guys said move your wallet to an exchange. I wouldn't recommend that because exchanges are there, you're going to be tempted to trade, and afterwards, obviously, we know what happens there. It's like going to the casino and saying, hey, I'm going to just put a 50 bucks in my card, but not gamble with it. You're going to be tempted to do so. So the best thing to do with your Solana is to move it to a cold storage. Cold storage wallets, there's several out there. It's very safe and secure, and keep most of your portfolio there. Now, the secondary part of that is that we found that everybody that had Solana or NFTs built on the Solana blockchain has also been hacked. So NFTs that were built on the Solana blockchain has also been hacked, meaning that they transferred NFTs and Solana tokens from the wallets of the holders. Now, Solana has came up with a good opportunity to try and recover your funds. So if you fell privy to this hack, meaning if you got hacked and you found your wallet and your tokens gone, please go out and check this out. Please go and have a look. And if that is the case, go to Solana and you will see there is a system there that you can click on and go through the process. There is multiple questions that they ask with respect to how did you use your ledger, where did you keep your security keys, did you use a bridge, which network have you used, which platforms have you used, whether they were iOS, Android, Chrome, etc. They ask you the questions, follow through the process, give them the answers because they're looking for trends, they're looking for correlation between wallets, etc. on why this actually happened. So they're actually trying to help people who lost money on that, even though it was not their fault, meaning it was not them, because Solana is a blockchain. They were not hacked. Solana was not hacked. Solana wallets were hacked, meaning the place where you stored your Solana were hacked. And the reason why that happened is because of the security keys and bridges you use between platforms, etc. So that's the reason why the security wallet and the security keys were hacked. And they were transferring tokens from your wallet to other wallets using your security keys. Obviously, you can't stop things like that. Obviously, you can try and mitigate it a bit, but you cannot stop it because they have the security keys, which is the override and the most important thing. So your security keys as well, your security keys, where do you store it? How do you write it in a piece of paper? Do you keep it in a safe? Do you actually keep it online? You need to be careful on how you do it. Follow through the process and exactly what will happen when you give them all of the feedback. They will try to see similarities on how they actually use the Solana wallet and how the actual crypto was lost. Okay, so that's the first one. Now, above that, we're looking at crypto on the whole. Declined very rapidly. We've seen a big drop in the market, we've seen a bearish trend. Now we've seen this little bit of an uptrend, and we're waiting to see if it's going to break the actual bear market. So if it breaks the bear market, will this continue? Will this still happen? So we look at this as an opportunity for you guys to see whether the trend continues or not. Will it still be going up? Will it continue down? That's to be deciphered, right? We have a lot of problems in the world currently with the war in Ukraine, with inflation, that currently with the world and recession. Example, interest rates. We printed out more money in the past few years than the past 10 years put together, or 5 to 10 years put together. That means we printed more money than what's out there. So inflation is catching up with people. Everybody in Europe, you feeling the pinch. It's going to come near winter. What's going to happen with the gas and the gas bill, right? Because obviously we're going to need gas to sustain ourselves. I've got news straight from Germany that they're suffering right now because of this, because the energy prices are going up, because they cannot support themselves because of Russia. right? And the Russian-Ukraine war. What do people do? And how do you actually fight that battle? Well, currently with crypto, your money is not depreciating. So this is an opportunity for you to understand that you're not going to depreciate or lose money if you're going to put your money in crypto. While inflation is catching up, the euro is going down, the dollar is going down. It's disaster everywhere. I mean, look at the news. You can see it everywhere. It's recession, recession, recession. People are saying that the housing market itself is going to have a correction. So people are trying to sell right now, but you cannot actually sell in the market. Right? Everybody's trying to get rid of properties in the US. I've got friends out in the US explaining to me that, hey, look for the next year, beginning of next year, then to purchase properties again. So if you invest into land and apartment buildings, etc., it's not the right time. So crypto is actually becoming a very value-add asset. It's an opportunity for you guys to look at. I know these guys from all around the world, I would love for you guys to all your thoughts of what I've just mentioned to you guys, exactly what's happening in the world. The great thing about the Solana hack is that Solana, the guys from Solana are actually trying to help out and speak to the community. They have tweeted out about that it's not affecting them and really trying to help out people that actually will happen. The problem what I see arising is all the scammers out there. All the fake investor gurus for cryptocurrency that actually don't want to give you the news and the current news. They were prompting you to buy into different scam deals like Celsius, Terra Luna, and then they go on live shows saying, "Oh, we lost money," etc. But they're not the one that felt the pinch. The people who followed them are feeling the pinch. If you lost money on Terra Luna and you follow these fake gurus from places like South Africa, based out in Cape Town in their back garden, doing videos from all around the world. These types of guys are all scammers. You know, you need to understand that these fake gurus from Dubai, living their life by putting their referral codes in the bio, so you can join and get referral bonuses to trade with. Well, 97% or 90% of all traders lose money. Did they tell me that statistic? Did they tell me that they can lose money? That's the same thing as a scammer. They scamming you guys. So please be careful for that. If you lost money with any one of them, please write to us on TPL, write in the DMs and the comments. We want to know from your life exactly what's been going on. If you've been scammed before, I want to try to help you to recover some of this and get these guys into trouble because they're referring you with referral codes to trade when they know that this is not going to be the right option for you guys and it's not the right way to invest safely and securely and giving cryptocurrency a bad name. So I'm very motivated right now. Currently, we're looking at cryptocurrency on the whole world. We're buying right now. We're looking at whether this is going to be the start of the bull run. This is still to be determined. I haven't got clear confirmation of that. I have seen that on the 200 moving average, that the price of Bitcoin has just tucked above the 200, the 200-day moving average, which is a great signal for a trade, but not a confirmation yet. Meaning we don't have a cross yet. So as soon as we've got that, we'll inform you guys on the hey that it looks like a confirmation of the trend for the bull run to start up right now. Guys, if you from all around the world, please write in the comments where about are you from? I would like to know the countries you guys are from, which countries, where about in the world. Because if I can find out this information, I would be able to help you guys more strategically on what would be a good opportunity, which platforms to use, which exchanges to use that are safer, secure, and won't, you've got a less probability of losing money with, or how can you avoid these types of scammers from South Africa or from wherever they are in the world. So, me currently as an investor, I want to try and give you the right way of doing things. I've spoken to numerous different people and family members from all around the world, and they always say to me, "Hey, can you help us to make money? I want to put in some money and I want to make money. I want to be rich because this crypto looks very lucrative. Obviously, it's fake news rather than around in the parties. It looks very lucrative for people to to invest with, right? Obviously, for anybody, it looks like, wow, cryptocurrency is an amazing scheme, very get rich quick scheme. But this is not the actual fact. Cryptocurrency is an investment like any other investment. It's a current investment like a stock share. Cryptocurrency is like a forex trade, exactly the same thing. It has different. It's a different. You can call it a different. It's just another investment tool. It's another opportunity for you to invest in securely. It has a lot of high volatility. Yes, a lot of risk. Well, correct. If you bought in at 60, 70K, which I've seen so many videos of people buying it at 60, 70K, and they've lost all their money right now, or they're negative. Well, if you did a trade with one of these referral codes, then you lost all your money. But if you bought a token, like any Bitcoin, even if it's at 70K, and you're still holding on to that Bitcoin, and you never close your position, never sell or trade back to fiat, you haven't lost your money. You still own that Bitcoin. You still own that value. When the price goes up, which it will in the future, no matter how long it takes, it will subside over and above the price that you bought it at. Look at every other asset in the world. It always goes up. Cryptocurrency is another financial asset. It will go up in value over time. So if you hold on to your cryptocurrency, if you feel that, hey, I've lost money right now, I don't know what to do, I've invested 100,000, a million, 5 million, 10 million, 100 million. If I invested 5 grand, if I invested 250 bucks, any amount you want, and you find yourself in a red that what you put in is not what you're sitting at right now because of the current exchange rate of that crypto, do not be worried because if you physically own it and it's in a storage wallet, and meaning that you haven't got hacked and you haven't given your security keys away, then you still actually own that cryptocurrency. And it will go up in value unless it's like Terra Luna, if you invested in the main business, like Ethereum, Bitcoin, these types of top level cryptos. These ones are holding value for several years. They are the big players in the world. They have not gone to zero. They haven't gone to zero, and they're quite strong. So that's where you need to keep your focus on. The other factor is to come back to the most important part of what I was talking about. I was talking about people and my family members trying to invest themselves. So how do we help my people and help you guys and to invest? Well, start off small, guys. Any amount of money you've got that you can afford right now, even every week, every month, whenever you've got some money lying around, put it into cryptocurrency. This will be the revolution. This will be the next era of finance. This will be the evolution of money. Every person around the world will be using Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to transacting because of inflation, because of recession, because people are tired of putting their money into something that they're not growing. And imagine your value of your money is you're losing value of your money. You put in X amount of money into the banks right now, and you will find out that you have less money after 1 year. Why? Because the banks charge you a negative interest rate to keep your money with them. Storing your money in the bank is a stupid idea. You're going to lose your money. That is crazy. How can that be that you work hard, you pay your taxes, and you've given the bank to store your money? Well, they don't even keep your money. They borrow that money out, make 800% per annum of that, and give you zero, and give you a negative interest rate to hold your money with them. So what do you do? Well, an asset like Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is an opportunity for you to actually put your money into cryptocurrency on something that increases in value over time, not depreciates over time. Like your money. Imagine, because of inflation, you are losing money. If you've got X amount of money and you keep it in a bank account anywhere in the world, you are losing money. You're getting, especially in Europe, you are getting a negative interest rate. The banks are charging you to keep your money inside when they borrow that money out. When they lend your money out through credit cards, through house mortgages, personal loans, etc., short-term loans, and you are losing money on that. How is it physically possible? Well, this is a rat race for you guys. The only way to beat the system and the next evolution, which is going to take over one way or the other. This is like when lights were started, when the internet was started, when everything was scared, everybody was skeptical in the beginning, like you are right now, most probably. But this is the next evolution. And if you do not believe me, think about countries like El Salvador, think about countries like Venezuela. These countries are only using Bitcoin as a transaction. Meaning that if you want to transact and you go to Venezuela, these countries are only using Bitcoin. Meaning you can't use their money. They're not even using it anymore. Why? Because Bitcoin is a form of currency for them. So if you're getting countries that are using it mass adoption, and all of you haters out there that said Bitcoin's going to fall to zero, said it 4 years ago. I was on that cycle, it never happened. The 4 years before that, we did it again, and it never happened. So Bitcoin is still here and still going strong. You know what I mean? It's still positive, it's still about 20K. I mean, you guys out there, you should understand right now mass adoption coming, especially with NFTs. Banks around the world are adopting cryptocurrency. Governments around the world are creating regulations around cryptocurrency. They're creating opportunities for people to regulate the cryptocurrency market. Why is it? Because they understand it's not going away. Institutional money like BlackRock and Goldman Sachs, etc., they have come out with portfolios of over $100 million in cryptocurrency. Why would they invest your fund, imagine a fund manager investing a percentage of their portfolio into cryptocurrency if they didn't think it was a safe investment, if they didn't think it was a secure investment, if they didn't think they were going to make profits? How is that possible? So it's crazy to think that you do not need to be a Goldman Sachs to buy into cryptocurrency. You can be any person anywhere in the world and just buy crypto. There's no regulations. There's no you need to be an accredited investor. There's none of that. There's nothing like that that exists. You can open up a crypto wallet and buy a cryptocurrency anywhere you like. Many countries around the world try to ban cryptocurrency. They banned it. They tried it. China did it everywhere. Asia is one of the biggest transactors in cryptocurrency, and they banned it in most countries. How is that possible? India, they've created their own. You know, a lot of these networks and blockchain communities come from places like India. How is it possible that they ban it 1 year, the next year they unban it and they use it as an opportunity? There's companies out in India transacting up to date without any problems, without any issues, and it's still going on and on and on and on. Why? Because this is mass adoption. Coinbase in the US, one of the oldest exchanges in the world, they still transact. They don't know what's stopping them. Obviously, they have regulations to follow. Binance is all around the world. How is it possible? Why is this exchange all around the world? I did a previous video earlier on in a couple of days. Please check my bio out, etc. Check my other videos out. Like, subscribe on them and check them out. And you will see, I speak about these different exchanges around the world. How many percent? We talk about trillions, $1.7 trillion of money being exchanged on in digital assets, in cryptocurrency. $1.7 trillion. Their markets are only $4 trillion. Meaning on the stock exchange, in the New York Stock Exchange, in futures, etc., there's only a $4 trillion market. In cryptocurrency, it's $1.7 trillion being exchanged already. And it's going up and up and up and up and up. This is only the beginning of it. Mass adoption is coming. If you would like to be on this journey of cryptocurrency and you do not know how and you want to learn and you want to move forward, join us on TPR. We teach you. We understand the difficulties that comes without knowing what this is and the scary factor of, hey, can this make me rich or am I going to get scammed, etc. We know the difficulties that comes out with it. We know the scams out there that are fishing you guys in giving out fake information and join them on the the referral codes in the bios. All these scammers out there, we understand them. Obviously, we understand you guys are getting lured in by those flashy lights and fake news around the world. We understand that. And there is people that are actually making money doing it the right way and the lawful way and actually going to help you to get there in a safe and segregated environment. So my communities are just all in Europe. Start off small, start off with money you're not willing to use. Put in little bits whenever you can and buy into crypto. Some money that you're not worried about, whether it's 50, 100, 200, 10K, 5K, whatever the amount is. Obviously, we come from all walks of life all around the world. Buy in for $30 if you want to. It doesn't matter anymore. Just buy into crypto. Try to get in on the majors like Bitcoin and Ethereum, the stronger ones that's got less probability of falling down, not always getting rich quick pump and dump schemes or rough tools, etc. If you notice, all of these fake gurus, all of these guys that have links in the bio for referral codes and bonuses, you would have noticed they linked up with all of the pump and dump schemes. The Luna Terra Luna schemes, they state that they lost big portfolios, etc. But they were promoting it to all of you guys first. These guys are scammers. I'm not saying that. I'm saying buy into qualified cryptos, high ranking cryptos, the safer, the stronger ones, the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, the strong ones, the popular cryptos, the ones that are going to be here for a long time, that have started off, or being here, they started the evolution of cryptocurrency. These are the ones that's going to help you out. These are the ones that's going to move forward, and they're not going to collapse anytime soon because of the mass adoption and so many people holding it right now. There's so many hustlers out there. I'm one of them. I'm always one of them. There's so many other people around the world that buy big portfolios of crypto. I've got billionaires coming to me every single day buying big chunks of cryptocurrency just to store it as a storage of value because they're holding their money, they're losing money, especially if they're billionaires. I've got friends of mine that come to me and they wanna invest into crypto because holding their money in fiat is going nowhere right now. And these people are successful individuals. They've got hundreds of millions of dollars. But they know that holding their money in fiat is depreciating. Inflation is killing everybody. It's losing money all the time. So this is the roundup right now. I just want to speak to you. Thank you guys for joining us on this live broadcast. This was an emergency live broadcast on Solana, specifically because of the hack. Rounding up, obviously we know what happened on Solana. Please, if you guys got hacked, go to the Solana website, give out a statement on there. It's very easy. It's going to help you guys. It's going to be simple for you guys. If you guys are inquisitive and want to know more, please write us in the comments, DM us, join us on Facebook, YouTube, live, on all of our platforms. And I would love to see and hear from you guys more and more information exactly what's going on. Thank you guys. Take care. And we'll see you on the next broadcast, guys. Take care.